Kids are very emotional creatures. Of course, they all have their own relationship to their emotions and they all have their own expression of their emotions. But in general, kids are very emotional creatures. They're very tied into their emotionals, their emotions. Their emotions are very connected to their body and their body feelings. And there isn't a lot of separation. As we grow older, we separate our thoughts and our imagination and our emotions and feelings from our thinking and from our body, and there's a lot of compartments that happen, compartmentalizations that happen. But with kids, there's a lot more. There's a lot less of that compartmentalization, a lot more unity in the parts, and so they're very emotional creatures. And this is important to understand that emotions they don't just come and go with kids. It's part of the nature of who they are. Right? And so when we can be very tuned in to kids' feelings and their emotional nature and how it changes and how it's affected by different things, we become so much more effective in guiding them, in working with them, in communicating with them, and helping them feel understood and valued. And one of the most important parts of this is empathy. Empathizing with our kids' feelings is so important. Empathizing is reflecting back what we hear, reflecting it verbally sometimes, reflecting it just in our feeling state. It's like if a kid is really upset about something, we can go, oh, yeah, like that's empathy. It's different than tell me how you feel. But the words are nice, but the feeling is disconnected from what the kid would be feeling if they're feeling upset. So empathy is also like bringing ourselves. It doesn't mean I get sad, but I match the emotional energy so that the kid feels I'm present with them. And then it's like, this seems like a really hard moment for you. What are you feeling right now? And sometimes asking a question is not a good idea, because when you ask a question too early, it puts the kid into their thinking self, their thinking mind. And we want to let them have the experience of the emotions. So it's really having the experience of empathizing and really holding space. I really feel I can really sense that you're feeling something really hard right now. You might be feeling frustrated. You seem really angry. And then I might say, it's natural to feel angry, in a situation like this. Anybody would feel like that. It's a normal thing to feel that way. It's perfectly human. It's very human, let me tell you. And then you can add, I felt that way too in the past at times, and I've experienced those kind of challenging emotions too. And this was a time when it happened to me. So you're not alone, kiddo. And once you have a chance to really let a kid feel that you're really with their feelings, then you can, if it's necessary at that point, you can talk about some problem solving and some creative brainstorming, and you can do some work on how to make things better next time. But connecting with the feelings first is always going to make things so much better.